Welcome back to Road Hard Restorations. Today we are going to try to repair the fan shroud for the Duster. This actually came out of my 70 with a slant 6. The part number on here is for a slant 6, but you turn it over and it fits the V8. So that's awesome. Get this thing in better shape. It's got a big old crack, big old chunk taken out of it right here. It's got the fan kind of ate through it here on the inside. So there's a little hole there. It's got a little crack on the corner here. And I saw somewhere else here, oh yeah, a little hole right here. You can see it through the back side. Took it outside and gave it a bath, just some Dawn dish soap and water. It didn't do, we got most of the, most of the crud off of there, but there's still like a lot of staining. Like this corner right here where the part number's at, you can see it's all just kind of brownish looking. The dish soap didn't do that, even with a scrubber. But I got some super clean, no, simple green. Either one will work. Spray that a little bit on there. Got a gray Scotch-Brite. Give it a little scrub. You'll know it's working because the liquid will turn kind of that brownish yellow color. Now, nice and black and clean. So, I'm gonna give this thing a scrub. You can see the top of this thing. You don't want it to look like that. When you're doing your plastic repair, you don't want any contamination. So I'm gonna clean all that up, as well as on the inside. Get it all nice and black again. So let me get that done, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I got this thing cleaned up for the most part. It's not perfect, but we're not really going for perfection here. Just trying to save this old fan shroud. So I've done lots of plastic repairs in the past on bumper covers and plastics on the newer cars, but those usually have a marking, tells you what kind of plastic it is. This one's from the 70s, it doesn't tell you. So I don't know what this is gonna do. I got a plastic weld kit from Hobo Freight. I'm gonna go ahead and try in this tiny little corner here. There's like a tiny little mark in the back. I don't know if you can really see it very well. And there's a little chip right here on the other side. I don't know what, maybe a stone went through it. I can't really tell what the heck happened there. Basically using just this little plastic welding kit, $19.99 plus tax. So 20 bucks. All right, we're gonna melt this little spot right here, kind of see what it does. I got filler rod I can lay in there as well. That's melting pretty quick. Ooh, I bet that's toxic. Looks like it'll melt. I don't need much on this side. Once that cools, I should be able to sand that down. It's a little messy or ugly right now, but like I said, a little sandpaper will clean that up. And then a little flat black, and be good as new. I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna snip a little piece off of here and just kind of shove it in there a little bit. And then I should be able to melt that in. Mopar smoke. Don't breathe it. Flip it over and do the backside. The hole is right here. Alright, so this has a, I don't know if you can tell, but this has a hump and then a flat on the back. So I'm going to put the flat side down. Just kind of work it in there. Melt it all in. Again, you try not to, I probably should have left my whole strip on there. Let's do that so I have something to hold on to here. Now I like the air one a lot because you can heat it up without melting it into your iron. The hot air plastic welders are nice. They had one there over at Harbor Freight, I think, but it was more expensive. And I thought, well, let's try this one first. See if I can get upwind of this. I'm just making a gooey mess. I think that'll be good enough for right there. Not worried about all these little scratches and gouges and stuff. It's just seen better days. But I think that's going to be fine for there. We got the repair on the back side and the repair on the top. Like I said, I can sand that a little bit and get that smoothed out, cleaned up. Before I get to the big one here, there's another crack. I had another crack here somewhere. There it is. Let's see if I can fix that crack first. This thing is still on, still plugged in. Oh, this thing does have a green light, and the green light was off, so it got cold. So apparently I have a bad power strip. So good to know. No wonder I was having a problem with that last one. It was cooling off on me. All right, let's try this corner here. I can either put the iron on the top and feed this in the back, or I can sneak this into here and feed it into the front. Not quite sure which way I'm going to go yet. Let's try it this way. Just going to get everything kind of warm. Ah, making the hole bigger. That's not good. Alrighty, let's see here. Once you get the material in there, then you kind of shape it with the iron. Yeah, it's a little messy. That's okay. Good enough for who it's for. That'll work for that corner. And then, like I said, I can sand it and clean it a little bit better here. And there's the inside. If you wanted to, you can kind of smooth it out a little bit. This is already nice and hard. Try to peel it off. See if you can peel it off. If you can peel it off like I am right here, then it didn't quite melt it all the way in. So I can go through this again and kind of melt it some more. All right, here's the big old chunk. I just got some ABS plastic off of a sheet that I had in the back here. I'm gonna see if this will even stick to this. So this is melting. That is melting. If I can get them to melt together. It's gonna take some finagling here. Okay, I'm gonna clean that up later. Need to get a twist in there. I might get the heat gun out. Put the heat gun on there, and then I can spin it around a little bit. Let's do that. I can't see this, but you can see that little spot there and that little spot there where I accidentally touched the iron to it. The barrel of the iron. Just putting light pressure on it. Trying to get that curve back into it. There's a big old gouge at the top there, but if you have a little bit too much, it's okay, because you can always work that down either with the hot iron or with the with some sandpaper or a little Dremel or something. Put another strip across the top, because like I said, I can always sand that down, grind it down. I think that'll do for now. Just clean it up a little bit here and trying to get this ridge back in kind of established, and then it just kind of tapers off. Build that wall back up. All right, that's do for now. All right, there's the back side. There's the front side. There's no big old gaping hole anymore. So once that cools down, then I'll be able to kind of sand it a little bit. Maybe just give a quick little spritz of some flat black paint. Kind of give it some uniformity. And we'll be back in service. Like I said, we're not going for 100% perfect. We're just looking for 100% functional. And it already was that, but I think it's about 100 times better. At least once I get that sanded. So anyway, let's let it cool down. Right back. All right, it's cooled down a little bit. Take some 180. We'll probably get a block on here and make sure it's nice and straight. All right, here's that first repair we did. Got some 180. And if you wanted to, you can use a little plastic body filler. I'm going to use a little Dremel. You don't want to get it hot. Be careful. That's about all it needs, really. It doesn't really need much. The other area that I did is right in here. Go over that with the Dremel a little bit. Ooh. Not low speed. Alrighty. Like I said, if you want to, you can put a little bit of you need to put more plastic on top to fill all these little teeny tiny little divots. But it's just an old fan shroud, so I'm not gonna get too carried away with it. I think just a little bit of flat black paint and make it almost invisible. You can kind of see the reflection, all the little pits and stuff in there, but that's where a little filler and some black paint will come in handy. But like I said, it's not it's good enough for who it's for. Here's the other spot. I'm practicing on all these other smaller areas before I jump in on that big repair. I'm gonna hit with the Dremel a little bit, knock down the highs. All right, it's gonna be good enough. Now that I got some practice with those, let me dig into this guy. The sandpaper roll is pretty worn out, so I'm gonna change it. All right, let's try this now. It's probably gonna cut faster, so you gotta be careful. Feels nice and strong. Doesn't think it's going anywhere. Once the fan comes off and goes through the thing. Alrighty. Now you don't want to remove a bunch of stuff off the back, especially when you're not going to see it, because any extra material you have here is just going to help strengthen it. So I'm going to leave that just the way it is. And there's the front side. You have this ridge right here, and then it just kind of gets into here. When you start sanding this stuff, it does get hot, and it'll start balling up on you. That's just normal for plastic. Now you can use a knife or a scalpel or pocket knife or something to kind of clean up your edges, or if you need to carve it or whatever you need to do with it. But I think this is going to be just fine like that. You'll be able to tell it was repaired, but that's okay because it was. Ta-da! Finished repair. So there's the final product. And I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe this down, blow it off, and then squirt some flat black paint on here. All right, got some satin black squirted on there. It's a little glossy right now. It'll dry to a nice dull sheen, and you can still see where the repair was done. I mean, I could have sanded that with a little bit finer, and maybe put a little spot putty in there to smooth out the scratches, and gone all carried away. If you want to do that, you can, but this is good enough for this pile. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll put a link down in the description where you can find one of these plastic welders on Amazon. I got mine from Harbor Freight. They're probably all made out of the same company in China. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.